Hello Virgos, how you doing? Welcome to your energy reading here on the Astroflower. Going from the 2nd through to the 7th of November. I hope you're doing well. Messages from energy that came out this week here was all about following your heart. And what I get from your sort of flower already, and I've just been looking at your flower, because the elements are coming through pretty much equally. There's a slight increase there's a slight, slant towards water and earth, but generally they're coming across the board in equal amounts. But it was also about a massive learning, which I did on Cymatic TV, the energy update over there. The alignments of the planets on the 3rd and the 4th of November is phenomenal, according to 3i Atlas. And I think there's a massive understanding that's coming through on the 3rd and the 4th of November. So let's just see how that plays out within your Astroflower before we pull some cards and stuff like that. So, as I said, water and earth is slightly an advantage, as it were. And you do have that earth that goes all the way around you because you're a pure earth sign. And you do have a lot of earth within your actual sign, certainly on your karmic paths. And you have it on all across the baseline. And I think this is where you're getting concrete results without having to try too hard. And what I get more than anything else that comes out of this is you with that stimulating air energy, because you have a lot of air within you. You're very sort of mentally astute as a sign. And I get this sort of like sensation of what if? What if? And that what if is provoking a lot of understanding and seeing the world in a different way, but allowing your spirit to shine through everything. On the general energies, you get the 9 of cups. Yeah, I feel that you've got the choice here. Certainly on your financial side, I feel like there's a lot of different possibilities that are coming your way at the moment. On your relationship side, look at that. You get the Ace of Swords. Most definitely a great deal of energy that's coming through, a victory, because you're sort of using that mental stimulus of kind of sort of saying, what if? Without having any parameters tied to it, all of a sudden, everything suddenly becomes possible. And that's the sort of feeling, I get from it here. The general energies that are blowing through, I think it's going to be easy for you to communicate, to connect with other people, socialize and so forth. And the possibilities are boundless within you at the moment, Virgo. A real positive vibe for this week here. Let's just see what's going on the financial side. So the financial side, I'm definitely getting this crossover point where they get this cardinal water that comes through in here. And that's all about following your heart more than anything else. And kind of sort of saying, I've been thinking about doing this for a long time. And what if I do this? Will it implement this career path, this business, or this project that I'm going down? And that's what I'm getting out of that section there. It's a real sort of like curious, opening up. If you see something, if you see an advert for something, or if you see an advert for a job, or recognize a business that you'd like to do, I'd push the boundaries. I'd really push the boundaries. On your karmic path, you get the 3 of wands, usually a card of procrastination. I don't think that at all. I think basically you've got the plan of action. You've got these 2 wands that are already planted in the ground. You've just got to take that one wand and go for it. And I think this is what you're doing here, but it's choosing between 2 things, and sometimes that can be a little bit difficult for you. And this is where I think you need to ask that question, what if? And that will elucidate what direction you should be taking. And you get the 6 of swords in the synchronicities or the networking side of life. Yeah, you're going from choppy waters onto much calmer waters. I feel like you're moving from like a really nasty, gnarly sea to a lovely tropical beach. I think you're going to be blown away by the advances you can make on your financial side this week, because you're open to the options with that 9 of Cups. Yeah, look at that. In the past, you get the Hierophant here. The Hierophant is the master of the energy or the spiritual side of life, but in a physical sort of sense. I think you know how to provoke things. I think you know how to manifest things. I think you know how to sort of like create or, you know, stimulate a movement in life. And I think this is what you're doing at the moment. And once you do stimulating it, everything becomes possible. In your future here, it's like sort of that's that what if card, that page of cups. You know, I think we can all, you know, come to the conclusion that that fish can't live in that cup. So what is sort of saying here is I think your future's opening up to, well, I know it's not possible at the moment, but I certainly, if I start walking in that direction, all of a sudden it can become possible. And yeah, you get the Two of Swords within your here and now. Yeah, I do think you need to make a decision about, you know, these two boats here that are in the background here that you might well be able to see in the sea then, the Golden Sea. So there's enormous amounts of rewards to be had. I think their destination is the same place. It's just basically how you want to get there. And I think this is what the decision you're making in the here and now. Yeah, I do think you need to be curious. There you get the Eight of Cups there. Following that cup, following that heart's desire on your financial side, being very curious about things. And it's all about the what if. You know, you're only going to stifle your success by your own limitations. And I think this is where you need to open up those limitations enormously. On the relationship side here, let's just see what's going on here. There's opening up to new circles of friends, new socializing, feeling very comfortable and enjoying the moment, enjoying the engagement with others that are around you. Yeah, you get the King of Swords. I think you've made a decision already on your relationship side with that Ace of Swords there. It is your crowning glory and it's bringing you in a lot of results. And now you've got that clarity and inner vision and that judgment to follow a pathway which is totally an alignment for you. It seems to be very clear for you in regards to, I've got to get out there, I've got to socialize, I've got to engage, you know, I've got to broaden my horizons in my connections. Yeah, look at that, you're going on a mission. You got the Ace of Swords, you got the King of Swords, and now on the synchronicities with the world around you, socializing and so forth, you get the Knight of Swords. Yeah, I think you're ready to go on a mission here. And I think it's a mission to discovery. Mission of discovering loads of things that are around you. And look at that, you get the Page of Swords. It's all in that air energy, as I said earlier on. And it's very stimulating for you going forward. And that Page of Swords there in the past is like, you've been trying out a few things. And yeah, you've cleared a few pathways and so forth. Now you've made a decision of a direction that you need to take. And you just need to go ahead and take it. And in the future, you get the Queen of Cups. This is where you're going to be liberating your emotions and you can enjoy. And I think there's going to be a huge amounts of enjoyment with connecting with other people that are around you in a very, very sociable factor, but meeting new people and making you feel really good about yourself. And look what comes out the top there. You get the Sunshine card. I do think this is where you're going to be following the light, following the enjoyment, following the realization, and the understanding that's coming through, certainly on the 3rd and the 4th. I think that's what that Ace of Swords is about. You're getting a victory, a realization from within you. The general overrunning card that's connecting everything together, you get the Strength card here. It does make you feel a lot more confident about life. It gets rid of a lot of doubts about you, about all your relationships, your friendships, your family, your friends, your community, everything that is around you. All of a sudden, you're confronting life in a very, very open and joyous way. And I think you're going to see the great results that come out the back of it. Absolutely brilliant for you here, Virgo, at the moment. Certainly a big victory for joy to be had on your relationship, spiritual side, or emotional sort of side of life. And on your financial side, it's much more of a case of what if. Being very curious, being a bit of a sleuth as well, to demasking or opening up that pathway which is going to provide the results for you, can provide you the rewards and the job that you so, the career path that you so want, or the promotion, and certainly opening up maybe like a business as well for you. Really, really good energies on both sides. So there you go. Thanking you very much for being here with us. Really do appreciate all the support you give to the channel through liking, sharing and subscribing. It's absolutely beautiful to see. I will see you soon, either over on Cymatic TV for the energy update or on the messages from energy. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.